May is Asian Heritage Month, and this year, the Toronto Real Asian Film Festival digging into the archives and holding a virtual screening of an Academy Award-nominated documentary. And their hope here is to put a new lens on an old murder case. Let's bring in Erica Natividad, who's been following this story. Good morning to you, Erica.
Good morning, Mel. Yes, so just as background, the Toronto Asian Film Festival usually happens every year in November. This is a special virtual screening that they're holding this month for Asian Heritage Month. And as you mentioned, it's an Oscar-nominated doc from the late 80s. It's called Who Killed Vincent Chin? And some people may remember this case. It was an infamous case from 1982. And essentially what happened was Vincent Chin, he was a 27-year-old Chinese-American engineer who was brutally beaten by two white men. They were former auto workers. He ended up in a coma and then he passed away a few days later. And many people believed at the time that it was a hate crime because at the time there was a lot of anti-Japanese sentiment. Japan was dominating the auto industry and many people were blaming Japan for a lot of U.S. auto workers losing their jobs. And so it's alleged that these men hurled racial slurs at him despite the fact that he was Chinese, not Japanese. And so this is the documentary that the film festival is screening at the end of May, and it's a very deliberate choice. Obviously, there's more to this story. It's a very nuanced story. I spoke to Deanna Wong, who is the executive director of the festival, about why they chose this particular doc. Here's a little bit of what she had to say.
The documentary is really detailed, going into the underlying tensions and the blame of an entire community for something that that he as an individual had nothing to do with. And that's sort of what we're dealing with right now with the rise in anti-Asian violence.
May 26th and 27th is when they are screening this documentary. Well worth the watch. RealAsian.com for more information. That's real, R-E-E-L, Asian.com. And then Deanna also wanted to mention that for Asian Heritage Month, they are also opening up their archives. So you can actually go on the website and see all of these amazing works from festivals past for free online. And if you have time, it is worth a look. They have so many amazing works from South Asian, Southeast Asian, East Asian artists in film and video.
This is awesome, and I will be going through all of those archives. Erica, appreciate the report. Look forward to it tonight as well, 5 and 6, and more information on citynews.ca. Thank you. Have a good weekend.